that they shoot the father. Father gave up to go to work 62. Walking out from by here, gunmen see him, mistaken identity, they take him for somebody, they war in, and they hit him one behind the head, kill him. All over the Facebook. So you're getting up to go to work now in this country, and you're living in an area where it's a war. They ain't sure what they're doing, they're just killing now. You understand? Life don't matter. And before they come and tell me anything about the government didn't put a gun in their hand and tell them go and kill my son father. That was a choice. The war in areas, the shooting, the killing is choice. Crime is a choice. Everything is a choice. You understand? So don't come at me with no government. Them choose to do that. This country reach a stage now where when you're getting up to go to work, you're going to work. War in an area, or they be careful. Because they know who they're going for. Like they ain't sure that that's killing you. Once it's a war in an area. That is how it is right now. You understand? And again, don't come at me with no government talk, okay? Right.
We hang our heads in shame. We ask who to blame. All this morass of moral decay. Leadership gone through. The police in a stew. And the talking heads will have a field day. But tell me, what are our social values? And tell me, how do we judge success? By a man's car, his clothes and his shoes. Man, that is how we measure progress. I see they building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, hoarding stacks of new paper, things that men can steal, but no one takes the time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time building character, and that is we don't fall. Silver and gold. Now mere footnotes on a history page. The Colosseums of Rome with all their columns and domes are memories of a bygone age. Listen, the Greeks and Romans had their orgies, days and nights cavorting in lust. But soon to plagues of locusts and disease, they were crumbling into dust. Yet we building skyscraper, walls of steel and stone, and now the talk is computer. Man even making clone, but no one taking time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time to build character, and that is we don't fall. We teach children from small, the winner takes all. There is no consolation when you lose, and then we act surprised when the world shows no compromise. But that is the very road that we choose. So come on, make my days now in fashion. Magnum logic, attack with full force. Now the children kill without compassion, and go to meet the hangman with no remorse. But we building skyscraper, walls of steel and stone, using 9mm to cross pulp and bone, but no one taking time, no time to build character. No one takes the time, no time building character. Man, that is we don't fall. first assign which pockets to line and go walk it back. And so we learn to grease with consummate ease the hand of every turnkey and party hack. And men whose forte lies in bubble, we herald with wonderment and all. And then we ask in each editorial, what's eating this country at its core? Yet we building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, rotten egg in gift paper. Nice to watch, but do not feel. But no one taking time, no time to build character. No one takes the time, no time to build character, and that is we don't fall. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And it's a beautiful Thursday morning from uptown Port of Spain, where we broadcasting to you on Maraval Road, New City, well, New Town, uptown Port of Spain, they call it here in uptown Port of Spain. So it's my turn to take you through the courses of today's program. I want to thank our sponsors who were with us today, and we continue to appreciate them. Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife Nikki Garcia for the final hour Bible study program, where you can hear them every Thursday morning right here on the Street 919 FM from 9 till 10 a.m. on a Thursday. And right after that, you hear from Miss Arlene, Straight and Narrow. Yes, Miss Arlene, Straight and Narrow. So we want to thank Miss Arlene for being on the Street 919 FM every Thursday morning. Also, we have with us Pastor Job, who is on every other Thursday. First and last, I believe, or second and last. Pastor Job is with us, and we want to thank him also for staying and being right here with us on the Street 919 FM. So it is Thursday morning. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. You know, I was talking to someone coming to work this morning, and they said that, you know, on a morning this week, for most of this week, we would have had beautiful weather in the morning time, and after 12, place normally will get dark. So the person was drawing reference to that and saying, hey, you know, we need to we watching the climate change. Climate change is something that's happening all over the world, and some people, you know, would have taken that for granted and not realize that we are really under some severe weather changes that at times would throw off a lot of things, you know, a lot of things. Today I wanted to look at something that I think is in the public domain, and a lot of us have been listening and looking on at some situations that is so sad in our nation. You know, really, really sad in our nation. And at times we just have to really hope and pray that people who are vying for proper leadership in our country would come on, talk about the issues that are at hand. I don't know how certain issues that people want to talk about, or some people try to make an issue and try to put forth as an issue. The reality of it is it doesn't really, the people really don't care about, you know, and I don't know how that affects governance. And I would like, and yet sometimes you listen to people in the media talk about certain things and you really wonder where their mindset is, you know?
We hang our heads in shame. We ask who to blame. All this morass of moral decay. Leadership gone through. The police in a stew. And the talking heads will have a field day. But tell me, what are our social values? And tell me, how do we judge success? By a man's car, his clothes and his shoes. Man, that is how we measure progress. I see they building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, hoarding stacks of new paper.
So what I wanted to look at today is leadership. Leadership. What are some of the things we're looking for in this country, Trinidad and Tobago, where leadership is concerned? Leadership. And today, for the time that I'm going to be on with you, I want to look at leadership. All right. So we have people in our country who are purporting themselves to be leaders. There are people who want to be leaders. There are people who are saying that they are leaders. There are people who have been, how to put it, who say they are leaders, but their actions are not leadership qualities. So when men who have no leadership skills or have no leadership role in society, do not know their place, right? So you have no leadership roles. You have no. You say you're a leader, but when you look at your qualities and the qualities that you put out, it is far from leadership qualities that should be exemplary, or what somebody should be watching as an example. So when men in this country who have no leadership role or no leadership qualities in our society, all right, and they don't know their place, right? They don't know their place in our society, right? And also, we have people who, and it is amazing to me, right? It's amazing to me. So if I have to, I'm trying to make sure I'm putting my words together properly. So I want to govern you. I want to be your leader. I want to be a role model to you as a leader. I want to follow. I want to be an example to you, to allow you to see what good leadership is like. How could you say to me that you want to be a good leader? You are offering yourself as good leadership, but then your actions, your words, your attitude is far from it. And there are some people who believe that because they have money, they could treat people like dirt and like dogs, you know. I don't know if you are aware of that. That there are people who believe that because they have a little dust and they have a little money and they have a little position in life, you know, they could treat people like dirt. And that is one of the things too that make people believe that they can be a leader because of what they possess.
Yet we building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, rotten egg in gift paper. Nice to watch, but do not feel. But no one taking time, no time to build character. No one takes the time, no time to build character. And
Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago. So when men who have no leadership role in our society do not know their place, was not appointed, and they think that they are like they are they think that they have the most say in this country or in your life. And I saying that to say this. We have to know and we have to be clear as a nation what we are accepting for leadership. For too long, we have accepted people who can have the nastiest things to say about somebody, and because of how they can say it and the freedom to say it, and so we think that is good, that person is portraying good leadership. That person is not portraying good leadership. They are not. And again, as I said before, so because you are you may have some money, you may have some sort of power over how somebody, you know, the authority over some people, you think that, you know, you have the right to talk down to and to treat people however you feel you feel they should be treated. But I have learned from my grandmother, and I always remember her saying to me, it's an old calypso that she would quote from: birds that fly high have to come back down to die.
No one taking time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time to build character, and that is we downfall. From small.
Right, so because you know you have a little authority over somebody, and because you think that you are whatever you in your mindset, you conjure up in your mind that, you know, hey, yeah boy, I am in control here, I am the boss, I have the power to take you down and to humble you, and to allow you to believe that, not allow you to believe, or to make you believe that I am the one that has your future or your life in my hand. And anytime you see you have a leader like that, run from them, because they don't have your best interest at heart. A leader is supposed to be someone that's supposed to have your best interest at heart. A leader is supposed to be someone who should be able to motivate, propel you into your destiny and into your purpose. That is what a leader is supposed to be. And if you find yourself being around somebody who don't have your best interests at heart, find a way to get out of that. I know I'm telling you. I'm talking to myself while I'm telling you this. Because in life teaches us, life's supposed to teach you certain lessons. You understand? Let me tell you something, what I've realized. You know, there are some people who say that they are a leader. They may very well have good leadership qualities, but anytime they realize that you could get better than them, or anytime they realize that you have the potential to reach or to go further than them, they cut you down, or they seek to destroy you. You know that? I know I'm not talking to everybody, but I'm talking to somebody. You ever find yourself in a situation where somebody really good, you worked hard, they worked hard with you, bring you to a place where they are proud of who you have become, but anytime they realize that you can reach further than them, they cut you down. They destroy you. They try to destroy you with words. They try to destroy your character with other persons. They try to create an image of you that is not true. And you know, again, Granny always say, you see the person who quick to say that you're a liar, and you just lie, and you just this, and you just that, they're talking about the self. Yeah. Granny always says that. Granny always says that to me. I remember Granny saying that to me one time. When I was small, Granny, I was crying because a friend of mine would have said some lies about me. And Granny said, what are you crying for? Person seeing the self. They're trying to destroy you to make the self look good. Same time somebody could talk somebody to make the self look good, watch that person 4-eye, kooky eye, cross eye. But we're talking about leadership. So a leader is supposed to want the best for you, and a leader is across the board. We have political leaders, we have spiritual leaders, we have bosses, we have supervisors, but anytime a leader has to destroy somebody else to build up someone else, that is not a good leader. It's not a good leader. Anytime you see a political leader or a political entity has to try their best to destroy the character or the life of people around the individual to put themselves on a pedestal, watch that person. That person isn't good news at all. They're not good news. So we see in the political arena where they always try to destroy the mindset and not just the mindset, but to destroy the image of someone to put up someone else. They're not good. Not good news. They're not good news at all. Right? So you have to be aware and be aware of your surroundings and be aware of the words that is being spoken around you and about you. And I've been watching in this political arena. In this political arena that we have today, let's be real and be being open today. In this political arena that we have today, we look at how things are being done. So you have people who they will not put a certain race in front to say certain things because it will appear racist. But if they put somebody like me to say it to somebody who look like me, it would not appear racist. We have that arena. We also have the arena out there in the political arena where, as I said before, they want to destroy your character. But in order to destroy your character, and in the midst of trying to destroy your character, they realize that they're not getting through to destroy your character. What they do is that they put somebody, they try to now destroy your family character. And we see that playing out pretty well right now with Dr. Rowley and his wife and what they're saying. It's the reality of it. And these people who would do things like that, if you were to flip the script on them, they wouldn't like it, They wouldn't accept it. Right? And that is how you know poor leadership. So you look at the leadership that is presenting itself to you and you realize that it's poor leadership. Poor leadership. And we have been looking at and we have been realizing more and more that people who are presenting themselves in the political arena, poor leadership. Because anytime a leader could sit and watch one of her members try to destroy somebody's family or character just to put themselves up, this dangerous people. And too many of us are falling trap to those things. Right? Trapped. We like couture and bacchanal. And if it wasn't true, you would have sue. And I want to show you, I'm going to deal with something when I come back after the news about two little girls coming back.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
In Trinidad and Tobago, there are so many things to talk about. Social issues, injustice, child abuse, domestic violence, political scandals, and much more. On HOTP, we will cover all that and much more. Don't forget, you can catch us every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram. Hot off the press. Hot topics, no filter.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845-349-5178 or 342-7303.
The steel pan, the only musical instrument invented in the 20th century, is a reflection of the perseverance and innovativeness of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, which have always been central to our development as a nation. And the steel pan story epitomizes this, carved out of life and struggle and determination, rising out of the spirit of the African drum. The steel pan stands today as evidence of innovativeness, creativity, and passion for life integral to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Kwesi Paul. Join me each and every Sunday from 9 to 12 on the street 91.9 FM.
We are the street. 919 FM. The only radio station bringing perfect balance between entertainment and talk. Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of you feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation that I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul.
Satan so face. Not taking that.
The Street 919 FM.
Blessings in the wonderful name of Jesus. My name is Nikki Garcia, and you are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio. Here, Pastor Helen Garcia and my husband, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. Tune in and prepare to be blessed.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showin Al Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Showin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health health and healing, merging the old with the new with Mr. Brent's Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the street, 919 FM.
Good, that boat ride looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat ride look like it as well.
We out and body the people better we call them trouble.
Together we aspired, and together we have achieved.
We have achieved 6 decades of independence.
We must continue to embrace our watchwords:
discipline,
production, and tolerance.
Our national flag belongs to all of us.
So let us move together, hand in hand,
to create a better
and safe Trinidad and Tobago. Happy 60th Independence to Trinidad and Tobago from the street, 919 FM family.
Happy Independence, TNT.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. It's time for your 12 noon news on the street 919 FM, online, Facebook, and YouTube. I am Jason Shields. These are the headlines. WASA repairs ruptured transmission pipeline ahead of projected time. NP asks customers to report issues at service stations. And in news overseas, police chief fired for alleged botched response of Uvalde mass shooting. And now the news in detail. The Water and Sewerage Authority says it has completed repairs to a ruptured 42-inch main, rather a 42-inch transmission pipeline off the North Oropouche water treatment plant ahead of schedule. WASA believes that the leak was as a result of erosion and landslides in the area from recent rainfall. The authority praised the repair team, who had been working around the clock since Tuesday evening, for completing the work 38 hours ahead of schedule. Efforts are now focused on restoring service to affected areas in accordance with established water supply schedules. And more news involving WASA. The authority is advising customers served by the Navet water treatment plant that the mechanical problems affecting the pump at the facility is responsible for low water pressure, or in some cases, no water in their taps. WASA has said that emergency repair works are expected to be completed by 4 p.m. on Friday. Affected areas consist of most of southeastern Trinidad as well as parts of South Trinidad. These areas include Tableland, Libreville, George Village, Rio Claro Tabaquite Road, Agostini, Kunapu Southern Main Road, Biche, Plumita, St. Mary's Village, Maruga, Pinal Rock Road, Piparo, Princestown, Reform, Irie Village, St. Madeleine, Barrackpore, and Palmyra. In other news, the Trinidad and Tobago National Petroleum Company is asking customers to report any issues after a social media video went viral showing a faulty gas pump. The video, which was shot at Star Petrol in Four Roads on August 16th, showed the value of the fuel dispenser increasing gradually despite very little fuel being dispensed. The statement from the company said that the investigations determined that the pump nozzle was defective, which prevented fuel from being completely shut off. The social media user who said he recorded the original video said there was no way to prove he received his money's worth. The company added that all pumps are calibrated on a regular basis as part of its ongoing maintenance schedule. Moving to news of crime, police seized 2 firearms and a quantity of drugs during an anti-crime exercise on Wednesday in the Maracas, St. Joseph and Tunapuna districts. Officers of the North Central and K9 branch during the exercise between 3 a.m. and 10 a.m. on Wednesday held 2 men for possession of quantities of marijuana. Separately on Wednesday evening, officers of the Maloney Criminal Investigations Department and the Northern Division Task Force conducted several searches in the Northern and Eastern Divisions, which yielded the discovery of 1 Beretta pistol as well as a Taurus pistol. A 33-year-old Princestown man was arrested in connection with the find. Finally, in news overseas, on Wednesday, the police chief accused of mishandling the response to the fatal shooting of 19 school children and 2 teachers in the town of Uvalde, Texas, has been fired. The action came after the local school board voted unanimously to fire Police Chief Pete Arredondo. He had been placed on leave since June. The firing came 3 months to the day since the attack and 2 weeks before the new school term begins. Many parents and relatives had expressed deep anger at the police response, and there has been growing pressure for law enforcement to be held accountable. The attack at the Robb Elementary School happened on May 24th and was the deadliest school shooting in nearly 10 years in the U.S. And that was a look at your news in detail. On the Street 919 FM to 12 noon, we recap the headlines. WASA repair ruptures transmission pipeline ahead of projected time. NP asks customers to report issues at service stations. And in news overseas, police chief fired for alleged botch response at Uvalde mass shooting. Stay with us for more news. We have another newscast coming up at 4 p.m. right here on the Street 919 FM. I am Jason Shields. Do have a good afternoon.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
You are locked onto the street.
Locked onto the street.
You already know what it is. 919 FM.
Yeah.
The Street 919. Trinidad and Tobago.
What are our social values? We hang our heads in shame. We ask who to blame. All this morass of moral decay. Leadership gone through. The police in a stew. Talking heads will have a field day. But tell me, what are our social values? And tell me, how do we judge success? By a man's car, his clothes and his shoes. That is how we measure progress. I see they building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, hoarding stacks of blue paper, things that men can steal. Yes, silver and gold. Now mere footnotes on a history page. The Colosseums of Rome with all their columns and domes are memories of a bygone age. Listen, the Greeks and Romans had their orgies. Days and nights cavorting in lust. But soon to plagues of locusts and disease, they were crumbling into dust. Yet we building skyscraper, walls of steel and stone, and now the talk is computer. Man even making clone, but no one taking time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time to build character, and that is we downfall. From small, the winner takes all. There is no consolation when you lose, and then we act surprised when the world shows no compromise. But that is the very road that we choose. So come on, make my days now in fashion. Magnum logic.
We are the street. 919
If I had one wish, it's for something best. What for fuck, let me wash up the bad wish. It's for something best. What for fuck, let me wash up the bad wish. It's for something best.
The only radio station bringing balance to the nation.
Everybody go to breakfast.
Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of all you feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation, and I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul.
Satan soul face. We're not taking that.
The Street 919 FM.
Right, so I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago, here on the Street 919 FM, and we're discussing today. We're looking at leadership, and sometimes you really wonder. And we have the privilege of choosing our leaders. There's some countries or there's some places in the world where their leaders are born, in the sense that you don't have a choice. You have no choice in the matter. The leadership is forced upon you. There's no democracy. It's a theocracy. And for me, I think we have the privilege of being able to choose our leaders, and we can choose our leaders based on we are now being able to choose our leaders based on their character, what they present to us, the way they relate to us. And we want to talk about leadership today. And when we look at what is being presented to us today in the political arena for leadership, it's big to it makes you take a little 2 steps back and wonder, all right, what am I talking about? Okay, so we have several persons presenting themselves to us as potential leaders. Who are those persons? All right. I remember one day I would have pulled up for you from the Express, I believe it was, and they were showing you the political entities that are vying for your vote and for your support. We're talking politics, yes, and we're talking leadership, and we're looking at what is being presented to us as the leadership in Trinidad and Tobago, and is that what you would want for leadership in Trinidad and Tobago? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? That is like something I've been longing to ask this nation for a while. What are you looking for where leadership is concerned? For people to lead you, what would you looking for? What it is? What is it? Because it tends to worry me at times when I look and I see what are some of the things that is purported for leadership. So I'm going to show you some of the leaders that we have here today. Who wants to be our leaders today? So we have a host of persons presenting themselves. And if you go onto our Facebook page and our YouTube page, Express has a list of political leaders and political parties that want your support. And let's look at them. Now, some of these things has to change because I'm seeing where they have Mr. Michael Edwards, who has now joined up with Mr. Gary Griffith. We have Philip Alexander. We have Marcus, and we have, who's this here? Kurt Waith. We have also this young man, Fuad Abubakar. We have Gavin Nicholas. We have David Abdullah, Mr. Watson Duke, also Caroline Sipasad Bechan. You know, that's Congress of the People. Then we have Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa, and we have Dr. Keith Rowley. We now have thrown the hat in the ring. You have Mr. Gary Griffith. All right, those are the persons who are saying that they can be exemplars, they can be leaders, they can be somebody who your son or your daughter can look up to and aspire to be one day. You know what I'm saying? Join Money Live so you'll see what I'm talking about. The persons who are presenting themselves to you and want to become your leader one day. Right? So, this was the list that was put out for the 2020, I believe it is, general elections. All right? This was the list that was put out there. And so I'm asking you, so we have, again, for the People's National Movement, we have Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley. All right, that is who you have for the People's National Movement. Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley. Right? All right. Yes, Dr. Rowley. And after Dr. Rowley, we have the United National Congress, Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa. And then you have the Congress of the People. I don't know if that party still exists, but the Congress of the People, Ms. Caroline Sipasad Bechan. And then we have the Progressive Democratic Party. That is Mr. Watson Duke. Right? After that, you have a Movement for Social Justice, Mr. David Abdullah. Okay, somebody's saying the COP still active. Thank you very much. Right. After that, you have the Movement for National Development. Will you ever hear about that party? The Movement. Yes, the Movement for Development. The Movement for National Development. That is run by Mr. Marvin Nicholas. Gavin Nicholas, sorry. I seen Marvin. Gavin Nicholas. Then after that, we have who? Mr. Fuad Abubakar, who is the leader for the new National Vision. And then you have the Nationwide Organization of the People, right? The Nationwide Organization of the People, Mr. Kurt Waite. And then you have, who's this? Trinidad Humanity. Okay. That's Mr. Marcus Ramkisoon. And then you have the Progressive Empowerment Party. That is Mr. Philip Alexander. And I don't think that this party exists anymore. The Progressive Party. I don't think that party exists anymore. I don't think so. I don't think so. But my point is today, and my discussion is today on leadership. Now, most of these people who I would have spoken of or pointed out to you, and again, I may have left out, NTA with Mr. Gary Griffith. You know, you're aware of that. But these people who are presenting themselves here, or who political leaders who would have presented themselves to you, my question to you is, have you ever listened to Mr. Philip Alexander? Have you ever listened to Mr. Fuad Abubakar? I haven't heard from Kurt Waite in a while. I haven't heard from Gavin Nicholas in a while. MSJ, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Well, we are hearing about the progressive, we have been hearing about Mr. Watson Duke. And I haven't heard from Miss Caroline Sipasad Bachan in a while. And, well, we always hear from Miss Kamala Prasad Bissessa. And as you all know, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, the political leader and Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Someone is saying on the live, Nicholas Edwards disappointed me. He gone with Gary. I hear you. I hear you. So I am asking today, leadership. Leadership. Now that you are seeing and you are hearing and you are looking, or you are onlookers, because you know Dr. Rowley said something on Tuesday night that I don't know how many of you would have caught on by what he said, but he said something. He said many things there, but there were several things that he said, and I want to play it. I played it yesterday. I want to play it over, but there's one particular thing that Dr. Rowley pointed out. He pointed out, and I want you to listen to it. He made a statement. He made several statements. I want you to listen to Dr. Rowley again. Yesterday I played it, but there's some things that I wanted to point out. And I'm going to stop his recording in a little bit because I want you all to point out certain things to you. Listen to Dr. Rowley.
And finally, I want to say one thing. They believe that they could incite everybody who have a grouse in this country. Anybody who have a grouse about anything, they join up with you. Recently, you know what is happening here. All of a sudden, the scrap iron industry decided to physically shut down the country. Organizing in that business, I'm not saying everybody in there was involved, in that business of scrap, where we are exporting steel. We don't make steel here, you know, but we were exporting steel in this big industry to the point where our very existence was being threatened. It became a national security issue. People had gone berserk in attempting to make money out of the scrap business. Cutting off the cables, going underground for the cables, cutting off your fence, picking up the manhole covers, taking the bell out the church. There was one particular situation. You know out by the airport where we have the fuel bond, these huge tanks with aviation fuel, and it's surrounded by a security fence with a big gate. They go out there and cut off the gate. They thief the gate that was meant to secure the compound with millions of dollars of fuel outside there. If somebody had gone out and put a match to that bond, what was your position? They're picking up the items in the field at Heritage, pumps, compressors, cutting the water line. What is the government supposed to do? Say, well, you're making an honest living, so shut the country down. There are items of steel in this country where one spanner turning a nut, draining out oil from a transformer could shut this country down. And the government is supposed to say, and then you know what they say? You shouldn't do that. Secure the items. So put a policeman by every check pole to prevent those who thief in cable. Put a policeman by everybody fence where they're cutting off the fence post for people's house. The post. Put a policeman by every manhole cover. Now, what you're asking us to do? We have 7,000 policemen in this country, 6,500 following murderers who killing you every day, and you can find how much to go and cover. Look at manhole cover. That is what is going on in this country. And I have no cocoa in the sun and no water in my mouth. So let me say this tonight to my fellow citizens. The real problem in this country that is having us in this situation is not who is the Minister of National Security. It's not which party is in office. The real problem is families who know that members of their families are engaged in serious criminal conduct and are not applying the standards that we expect. If you know that members of your family, 1,000 following murderers who killing you every day, and you can find how much to go and cover, look at manhole cover, that is what is going on in this country. And I have no cocoa in the sun and no water in my mouth. So let me say this tonight to my fellow citizens. The real problem in this country that is having us in this situation is not who is the Minister of National Security. It's not which party is in office. The real problem is families who know that members of their families.
Mike, I want to ask, do you agree with Dr. Rowley with that statement? Is that that statement that he made there, do you agree with him? Do you think that I'm going to continue to play it. So take note of that. Dr. Rowley is saying that the part of the problem in our society today is people, parents, family members who know people doing the wrong things and turning a blind eye to it. That's what he's saying, you know. Do you accept that? Is that the truth?
Having us in this situation is not who is the Minister of National Security. It's not which party is in office. The real problem is families who know that members of their families are engaged in serious criminal conduct and are not applying the standards that we expect. If you know that members of your family have afforded themselves firearms and they go out at night after they slept whole day and they come back with money when they name not on any payroll and they could pay lawyers how much, $100,000 and police hold them, you know that you are encouraging murderers in your ranks, in your bed, in your house. And I'm not asking anybody to agree with me. I am telling you that there are too many people in this country who have chosen crime as a way of life and living, and we have to get away from that.
And next point he's making, that there are too many persons. Listen to what a leader is saying in this country. Listen to what a leader is saying in this country. A leader is saying that there are too many persons who are choosing crime as a way of life. That's what a leader is saying. I would like to hear if what the UNC, what the MSJ, what if those persons are agreeing or have another view to what he is saying.
Because if you know who has the gun and the police doesn't know, who you're protecting? Who you're protecting? And if you take money from your children who bring money to you when they know that you know that they are engaged in violent crime, including murder, what is the role of the Prime Minister?
What's the role? What's the role of the leader? What is his role? That's the question he's asking. That is the question he's asking. And let me tell you something, I will no brief. You think this is a new epiphany that he got? You think this is something new that he is saying? He has been saying that for years. So it's nothing new. Right? We're going to continue. Listen, Listen.
The government will do what a government could do, but this is going to be one hell of a long haul as long as you are doing what you are doing and not doing what you should be doing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a period of great difficulty, and sometimes mistakes are made. You heard tonight from Minister Hines. One group went to kill one man, and they fired 62 shots at the man. The only way they could have done that and would have done that is because they know that there's an unlimited supply of bullets available. I, as head of the National Security Council, head of the cabinet, I know that in this country, government after government after government, every year a certain number of people would get firearm users license and they get a gun, and you're responsible. Mining, you have a gun, you're mining a child. Right? Great responsibility. Having a firearm, a legal firearm, is a serious responsibility that you've taken on there. But over time, like other places, more and more people want firearms and got firearms and so on. But the policy of arming a nation as a response to crime has been shown to be a bad policy. Because if everybody have a gun, what you end up with is the Wild West. It's not peace and security like in Japan. In Japan, there are very few people that have a firearm. The safest country in the world as far as firearm crime is concerned. United States, the per capita is about what, 5 or 7 guns per person in America. They're making the guns there. They're making it there. And they have a chronic problem. One of the major political issues in America is management and control of firearms in the community, and worse, the presence and use of high-powered assault weapons in their population. I wake up one day, look in the papers, and I see assault weapons being offered for sale in the newspapers. And I realize that I had made a terrible mistake. And I could tell you all now. You see, I spoke about division when I came in on the speech. I took the position as Prime Minister that if the best person for the job was a non-PNM person, or a person who had served this country in another political party, if he or she was the best person for the job, they should get the job. And
that's a leader talking there. But some people might say, no, That's not a good leadership skill. Listen, eh?
That is why today, the head of FCB was a former attorney general in a party that wasn't the PNM. And the FCB is probably one of the best banks in our country. That is why the chairman of NP is a former UNC member of parliament. And that is why when the commission said that Gary Griffith was the best person for the job as commissioner of police, I take responsibility for giving him a chance. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the biggest mistake I've ever made. I could tell you something, eh? I have watched, I have listened, I have heard. We've taken steps one by one, to the extent where we have just had an audit of the firearms department of the police service. It makes very, very troublesome reading. But I'm not going to do what the last government did with live sport. Senior Council Cabal Queen went and exposed a report about live sport, which involved a minister of government, and as a result of exposing the report in a particular way, the minister was able to go to the parliament, to the court, win the case, and she put him back in the Senate. Put him on the platform the same night and put him back in the Senate. So far, his only accomplishment is to find out who won in me. And attempting to disgrace my wife. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say, it's painful to watch a female opposition leader tolerate and encourage that on the grounds that leave me out of all your bacchanal. I find that the behavior of that leader, I'm not asking for any help, you know, because my family is back broad and my spine stiff. That is the same leader who went in the parliament with Vanilla Allen and Wade Mark and Munilal and put on the Hansard that I'm a rapist. Bring a picture of a house inside the parliament, you know, blow up a house and come and tell the parliament, in this house the opposition leader raped somebody. After that, I don't expect anything from Kamala Prasad Bisesa more than the worst. So when Arnold Roberts prepares videos and try to scandalize my wife, all I could tell Arnold, I could take her one if I get one. I ain't sending nobody to kill nobody. But in
right. In Trinidad and Tobago, we're talking leadership. We're talking leadership. Right? We're talking leadership. And today I want to hear from you. The people who presenting themselves to you to be your leader, to be a leader of your country. I want to hear from you today. When you listen, right? When you listen and you hear what they have to offer you, are you happy with some of the things that, because I sit down and because I work in the media, I have to sit and I have to listen to the Monday Night Forum I have to sit, I have to listen to on a Sunday when they would have their, what do you call it again? Their virtual report. I sit and I have to listen, and there are times when you sit and you listen and you wonder. You wonder. Yes, I'm basically like I'm doing what I did yesterday. I'm doing it over again. I listened to Gary Griffith and his explanation. I listened to a host of other talk shows and what people have to say and what people think. And I'm saying to you, Trinidad and Tobago, there's always say, don't take a candle to see in the night what you could see in the day. When you have somebody telling you blatantly that is not, I'm not about country, I am about party. Huh? When somebody will stand up in front of a platform, in front of a nation, and make a statement like this.
So you want to be leader, you had said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Go to hell. Well, go to hell. Go to hell. The people to support you. So you want to be leader, you had said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. This prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Go to hell.
So you citizens out there, and I want people to remind people like Mr. Ansel Roger telling you, make sure your voted finger. Make sure your voted finger still working. Make sure you could vote. Make sure you're on the voters list. Mr. Ansel Roger. Is he saying to you to vote for somebody who for party and not for country? Who is Ansel Roger standing for? The country? Huh? It's a question I want to ask. And it's a question that I continue to ask. So Ansel Roger is saying to you, right? Ansel Roger is saying to you to vote. Who are you telling you to vote for? What is Ansel Roger's real purpose for telling you what he's saying to you? But I want to play this for you. I am presenting to you, Trinidad and Tobago. Listen to this. Because you had a counselor who was ridiculed. And the worst to say about him, because he chose his country, his constituents, before party. Listen to this. I want you to listen to this and take a good listen, eh? Take a good listen. Come on the live and listen to this. Come on the live. And I want you to listen to this. Listen to this, gentleman.
That this government is callous and insensitive to the women of Trinidad and Tobago. You can call for a debate you want. Facts are facts, and facts will remain facts. When you take away the livelihood of any woman, of any parent, of any children, you are demonstrating an insensitivity and a dislike and an oppression to those groups of people on them. And that is what I mean when I make my particular statement. So, comrades, you have to stay strong, you have to stay focused.
Ministry of Labor, all these, they know about the situation. I want to know if it was a small man that was doing work as this, what would have happened? What would have been the case? I am very heartbroken. My colleague died 2 days ago. I'm heartbroken. On her dying bed the night before, she said, what happened to our money? She said, why, Mr. Anisa, don't pay us our money. Look how long we waited. Look how long we waited. And Mr. Abby, that pain my heart. I don't understand how Mr. Michael Anisa, I don't know how he could sleep any night. Knowing that you're fighting for our workers, knowing that you're doing this to us, and we waited so long. So long we waited for our money, our bed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a case in which I took up in the Center for Justice.
So I am lost, you know. I am lost as a young man. I am lost as a young man trying to understand these people who presenting themselves to me to be my leaders. But then I lost. So yesterday, Mr. Anisette yesterday stand up again with the scrap iron kneelers and making the statement. I don't understand. Listen again. Listen.
This government is callous and insensitive to the women of Trinidad and Tobago.
So Mr. Anisette is saying that this government is insensitive to the women of Trinidad and Tobago. Like so Mr. Anisette is saying to you
that this government is callous and insensitive to the women of Trinidad and Tobago. You can go for a debate you want. Facts are facts, and facts will remain facts. When you take away the livelihood of any woman, of any parent, of any children, you are demonstrating an insensitivity.
But how I could come here and sit down and condemn somebody, criticize somebody, say the worst about somebody, but then there's evidence that I did worse. Then you should not be the one to talk. That's what they say, you know. Don't pelt stone when you're living in glass house. When you have cocoa in the sun, you have to look out for rain. We're not serious.
And a dislike and an oppression to those groups of people on them. And that is what I mean when I make my particular statement. So, comrades, you have to stay strong, you have to stay focused.
Ministry of Labor, all these, they know about the situation. I want to know if it was a small man that was doing work as this, what would have happened? What would have been the case? I am very heartbroken. My colleague died 2 days ago. I'm heartbroken. On her dying bed the night before, she said, what happened to our money? She said, why, Mr. Anisa, don't pay us our money. Look how long we waited. Look how long we waited. And Mr. Abby, that pain my heart. I don't understand how Mr. Michael Anisa, I don't know how he could sleep any night. Knowing that you're fighting for our workers, knowing that you're doing this to us, and we waited so long. So long we waited for our money, our bed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a case in which I took up in the Center for Justice.
We hang our heads in shame. We ask who to blame for this morass of moral decay. Leadership gone through, the police in a stew, and the talking heads will have a field day. But tell me, what are our social values? And tell me, how do we judge success? By a man's car, his clothes and his shoes. is how we measure progress. I see they building skyscraper.
So I'm going to the phone lines.
And still holding stacks of blue paper.
3420081.
But no one takes the time.
3420081 7711791.
Taking time.
That's our WhatsApp number, and 4665391. Hello, good afternoon.
Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Pastor Google, you're making a big error here, you know, man. Listen, this is culture we're looking at. You see, around carnival time, the man who played the Pyroganad and these fellas are pretending. So maybe Mr. Anisette is already preparing for carnival in Tobago and having two characters. It's Jekyll and Hyde. One good, one bad. So when it's time for the government, he's good. When it's time for his trade union, he's a bad man. So the man is playing two roles. So he must understand that it's culture, and he already set for carnival. Listen, in terms of the UNC, and I heard you speaking about the Monday night forum, they should do like Massey and change the Sunday night and the Monday night and everything, the UNC forum. Don't have Sunday night being called one thing. Massey changed the name from GFC to Hilo to Massey Stores and Massey Finance. Let the UNC change the name, the UNC forum, whether it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But again, the man said, the man is playing a role, the man is in character. He's only an actor. Have a nice day, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I hear you, sir. I hear you loud and clear. But again, as I said before, I don't know that. I don't know the man playing anything. So, you see, moi, I am.
You lose, and then we act surprised.
I don't know the guy playing anything at all. Okay?
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor Gogo. How are you?
I am okay, sir.
Okay, Pastor Gogo, you know, the late, great father of the nation, Dr. Eric Williams, stated that a country cannot be run by what he said, bacchanal and confusion. And he was very right. And even from then he made that statement. And sadly, however, we have a number of people that intend that all they can give us as governance option is bacchanal and confusion, and expect the country to run on that. I know that there are a number of people who like that type of governance, but it really gets you nowhere. And to tell you how people like that type of governance, all these things Dr. Rowley stated about from crime goes right back. And the only thing that the media is harping on and people are gravitating to is the fact that Dr. Rowley dealt with a man that made an accusation against his wife, and as a leader he has no right to be talking about Horn on a political platform. Now, if he did not defend his wife, they would say, well, look at he. He's not defending his wife. But when he does, that is all they're talking about. Despite all what you played there, all the information that he gave.
All right.
Crime.
All right. All right. I'm going for a break and come back.
Make sure that I'm on time, I can do this. And it's only prayer that can help me through it. If you know you're ready. Shoot up like a rocket, we will disappear. Up in our day. Okay, if you got less silent, fasten up your seatbelt. Get ready. I think the devil has set me riding away. I took up navigating, I'm ready to maneuver. We up in our day, so we flying away. Taking off, taking off, taking off, taking right away, taking
this before I go. We're going on mash up the thing and then we're doing this before we go. No. Leave it right here. So this is what we're doing. Mash it up, I tell you. 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 Mash it up, mash it up, I tell you. Mash it up, mash it up, mash it up, mash it up, mash it up. This is wait. Mash it up, pull it down, I set up. Pull it down, I set up. Pull it down, pull it down. I set up. Pull it down. Pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. I set up, pull it down, I set up, pull it down. I said, pull it down, I said, pull it down. I set up, pull it down, I set up, pull it down, I set up, pull it down.
Shalom. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yohana will be on the street 91.9 FM every Monday from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. bringing you the truth according to the Bible. The ISUPK is a non-profit faith-based community organization that will respond to the plagues that's affecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We also have programs such as education, both adult and youth, food distribution, rehabilitation, both drug and alcohol, mentoring, counseling, and spiritual support. Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m. Shalom.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
In Trinidad and Tobago, there are so many things to talk about. Social issues, injustice, child abuse, domestic violence, political scandals, and much more. On HOTP, we will cover all that and much more. Don't forget, you can catch us every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram. Hot off the press. Hot topics, no filter.
The Street. 919 FM. The only radio station bringing perfect balance between entertainment and talk. Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of all you feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation that I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul.
Satan so bold face. Enough taking that.
The Street. 919 FM.
This is 16. Welcome, one and all to the land of death. Trini to the bone, Bego to the bone.
On August 31st, we celebrate 60 years of paradise, 60 years of innovation,
60 years of champion, 60 years of freedom. This is 16.
Come on down to the Queen's Park Savannah on Independence Night for the fireworks display and the A-Team Band alongside all of your favorite artists.
Action kicks off at 5 p.m. Fireworks at 8 p.m. Admission is absolutely free.
Follow us at Forging Forward TT on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Reggae Rock Sundays featuring MC Duke and Selector Kutchi present Reggae and Rockers. On board the Embassy Yacht on September 24th, Republic Night. Boarding 10 p.m. and sailing at 11 p.m. at the Hyatt Waterfront in Port of Spain. Get your reggae groove on. With got top DJs, Selecta Kachi, Bruce Wayne, TC, and Heavy Duty. Early bird tickets cost $150. After that, you pay more, $175. For tickets, call Selecta Kachi at 777-7909 and MC Duke at 349-4121. Reggae and Rockers Republic Night. No oversized schoolers allowed. Don't miss it.
Looking for me in a reggae party, me the car.
Hi Trinidad and Tobago, this is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Maraval Road, 91.9. Our services start from, 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning from the first, the second, and last Wednesday of the month. We are going to have a TRME time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Marava.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle Tuesday morning from 11:05 to 12 noon. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday
from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
right here on the street, 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Good, that boat line looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat line look like it was wet.
Going out and body, the people better we call them trouble. This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God. God's word direct from his throne room in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Turn your lights down low
and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You every Friday evening from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He had showeth thee, O main, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. In the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For further information, call 753-1133 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Together we aspired, and together we have achieved.
We have achieved 6 decades of independence.
We must continue to embrace our watchwords:
discipline, production, and tolerance.
Our national flag belongs to all of us.
So let us move together, hand in hand,
to create a better
and safe
Trinidad and Tobago. Happy 60th Independence to Trinidad and Tobago from the Street 919 FM family.
Happy Independence, TNT.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Right, I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. I am back with you here on the Street 919 FM. So I'm going back to the phone lines, 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, and 466-5391. So we're talking about leadership. We're talking about leadership. We're looking at people who are presenting themselves to Trinidad and Tobago as leaders. You are presenting yourself as a leader. You are presenting yourself as somebody who can, propel this country into its purpose and into its destiny. And when we listen to some of the statements made, when we look at some of the behavior of people who want to be in leadership in Trinidad and Tobago, I am asking, are they worthy? Are they worthy? Hello, good afternoon.
That's a good one.
Hi.
Good afternoon to all the callers and listeners tonight. 1.9 Constructive Talk. The Chamber of Commerce and Industry would have done a domestic violence in the workplace policy in 2019. There's data in there that suggests, and the data was done by the Coalition Against Violence. It suggested that 1 in 3 women in unions are abused. When I look at what the young lady had to say about Mr. Michael Anisette, because he's a union leader, and that is in a union, and she was crying, speaking about the abuses they were going through under him, and one of the workers died. When I look and see that our female employee took a union leader in this country to court on 1 count of rape, 4 counts of sexual assault, he was eventually charged and is still appearing in court for that. When I heard that same union leader speak about women in Tobago, some Fanka and another one, and how we call them, how they're so stink and dirty, and how it is he would have threatened the Auditor General from coming, a head public officer, from coming to do her work in Tobago, and how he would have spoken about a young lady, Miss Janelle Boxer, and the things he would have said. I take these things and I look at it and I see that domestic abuse in the workplace policy that was done by the Chamber. and it says 1 in 3 women is abused in the unions, I take that very seriously. So when I see men like Mr. Roger and Anisette and Lambert and them parading themselves and standing in defense of something that is clearly illegal, when you watch all the tapes you're seeing with these people taking the copper wire and all that, and still standing in defense of that and not clarifying exactly who they're supporting, I am very concerned. And especially as a woman who in the union movement, knowing that 1 out of 3 women is abused in this country in unions, I don't take it rightly and say it's two-faced and the plain one say, no. We can't take that, because when we see violence against women in the homes and all over the place, they're being killed and murdered and all that. And if it have those things happening in the union, it must be addressed and taken seriously. So those fellas and them who standing in defense of the scrap iron dealers, they're not saying who it is. We don't know if it's illegitimate or we don't know who it is. And standing up with a woman who they would have abused, saying that she corrupt and she all that, and standing now to say they bring in no confidence against Dr. Key Christopher Rowley, how them can be credible and held up credible? They were part of the PP government. And MSJ pull out. Abdullah says she's corruption, she corrupted. He says so, not me. Daga, who was a part of the, they would own part of they do. He said they're spending money like they're making it. You never see so much corruption. All of them pull apart from the PP government and just you know, and them standing up now and presenting themselves as leaders. How we expect the young people to respond when they see that? We have to stand up in defense of this country. This is the 60th year independence. We are young independent. But the right thinking citizens have to stand up and show the young persons that them people who put in the step up for leadership, don't watch them at all. We have to find leaders amongst ourselves. All them educated and intellectual, they failing us. Most of them failing us because they're not coming and standing in defense of what is right. But then they chastise Dr. Key Christopher Rowley, who is not before the court. He is charged for nothing. They can't prove no corruption, nothing. Only they want to save the lives of the citizens of this country, especially during COVID-19. And they have the worst to say. So we are big and we are sense back. And we've got thank you so much for always allowing the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Bubu.
Good afternoon, sir.
There is no comparison, there is no alternative to Dr. Christopher Rowley concerning leadership. I just want to read it as so. Leadership does not mean domination. The will is always well supplied with people who wish to rule and dominate others. True leader is a different sort. You hear this? The true leader is a different sort. Seek effective activity which has a truly beneficent purpose. He inspires others to follow in his way and holding aloft the torch of wisdom. And holding aloft the torch of wisdom leads the way for society to realize its genuinely great aspiration. The art of leadership is in the ability to make people want to work for you, while they are really under no obligation to do so. Leaders are people who raise the standards by which they judge themselves and by which they are willing to be judged. The goal chosen, the objective selected, the requirements imposed are not mainly for their followers alone. They develop with consummate energy and devotion their own skill and knowledge in order to reach the standard that they themselves have set. You heard Pastor Google?
Yeah,
this
man.
is leadership we witnessing here with Dr. Rowley, and all the others are carbon copy and take. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. I want to thank you for... Hello, caller? Oh, the caller left. I want to thank that caller. I really want to thank him. You see what he did there? I really want to thank him for it. And on the heels of that, before I forget, I need to play my nation building song today. Remember, I promised you that every day I would play a nation building song. So today I want to do that. I want to play my nation building song today. And that song today is coming from Sparrow. Sparrow sang a song that I want to play. I think is worthy to be played today. what's happening there. All right. I see what's happened. So, seeing that we're talking about leadership, I want to play this song from Sparrow. All right? Seeing that we're talking about leadership, I want to play this song from Sparrow today. Wait, just now. There's only song. There's only song. That's not. Sorry about that, Trinidad Tobago. I want to know who is that. In the meanwhile, while I'm looking for it, let me take this caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Torman.
Yeah, man.
Pastor Google. Dr. Rowley, our Prime Minister, is indeed a real true leader. Pastor Gold, I was there, at the meeting Tuesday, and I was blown away by Mr. Hines, all he had us to say. But, and I take nothing from Mr. Hines, our national security leader. He was very good. I take nothing from him. But I learned a few things from Mr. Stuart Young. Well, I thought the UNC was corrupt. In my little finite mind, I thought it was corrupt, but I don't know the extent of corruption and wickedness and evilness that's trying in this country. When I listen to Mr. Stuart Young, and I hear the kind of money they leave this country to run into debt into. Pastor Google, it was mind-blowing. And you know what catch me? He keeps saying, all I heard this for the first time. All I heard this for the first time. And all I heard this for the first time. Every presentation he makes. And imagine these people, the UNC, they knew all this. I can. Our Prime Minister, Dr. Oli, is a real true leader in Chichino. To see the country in that state when he went into this to his office, and to see and to examine all the reports, and to see the country in the state that he met it in, to bring this country back to where it is now. I feel, Pastor Google, you see, that speech Mr. Stuart Young brought out there, and those facts that he brought out, boy, they are only supposed to hear that. But Pastor Gold, I convinced that people in this country, they don't like this country. No? Them UNC people don't like this country. No? I was blown away that the level of corruption and wickedness, and not to say the only thief, they left the country to die in the hands of those big oil giants. Then fill the pockets. Imagine that you only love your rights and only leave all the country to die. The kind of taxes this country was owing these big multi-internationals. Pastor Google, if we people don't listen and learn and read and focus, we know, you mean we as a people on the East Corridor here will go back and make the same mistake and put Kamala back in office again in 2025 after that to the country? Boy, Pastor Google, I learned something Tuesday night. And I thought there was wicked, but that invent a new way to call them people, boy. The beyond wicked, boy. Pastor Google, I God.
All right, so I'm going to play my nation building song now, and it's by Sparrow. All right.
The whole population of our little nation is not a lot, but oh, what a mixture of races and culture, that's what we've got. Still no major indifference of race, color,
It's amazing to you, I'm sure. We didn't get independence before, which means Trinidad and Tobago will always live on. Colonialism gone. Our nation is born, everybody. We go follow our leaders. They always do their best. Oh yes, we want to achieve. We're going to aspire. We're bound to be a success. It is a miracle all these different people can dwell so well. You see, we are educated to love and forget hatred. You know it's so. You people who are foreign, I got a message to give you when you go in. Spread the word anywhere you pass. Tell the world there's a modern nation at last, which means Trinidad and Tobago will always live on. Colonialism gone, our nation is born. We go follow our leaders. They always do their best. We want to achieve. I myself go aspire. We want to be a success. Bam, 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 bam. The revenue we make from oil and the pitch lake is great. But wait, we got cocoa and copra, banana and sugar, coconut, citrus. We may be small, but we wealthy. Pound for pound, we'll beat New York City. We got beaches and hotels built by Hilton. Our nation is second to anyone. Where you talking? Trinidad and Tobago will always live on. Colonialism gone. Our nation is born. We go follow our leaders. They always do their best. In order to achieve, you got to aspire, and we're bound to be a success. You may not believe this, but we didn't achieve this with flood of blood. It is leaders like Butler, Cipriani, and the doctor, they fight for what is right. So now I'm congratulating all our leaders from the present back to the beginning. They have fought, now the battle is won. Thanks for a good job, and well done, everybody. Trinidad and Tobago will always live on. Colonialism gone. Our nation is born. We go follow our leaders. They always do their best. In order to achieve, I know we got to aspire, and we're bound to be a success.
We are the street. The street. The street. 919 The only radio station bringing balance to the nation.
Everybody go to breakfast.
Updating you with current affairs and social issues.
So what, we should just sit down and take the foolishness that's being meted out because of all you feel that all you're real bad?
Right? Unlike his situation that I don't even want to go back and bring up and highlight.
You don't have a good record where that is concerned?
Having you in the loop with trends and entertainment. Providing music that lives on.
Darling, I feel the disco.
And spiritual food for the body, mind, and soul.
We're not taking that.
The Street. 919 FM.
All right, I'm back at you, Trinidad and Tobago, and thank you for staying with me on the Street 919 FM. So, we're looking at leadership. Let me play this for you now. See, now we're talking leadership. If we're talking leadership, then we need to watch, we need to look at certain things, and I want to show you this. Yeah, look at this. Listen to what somebody who is aspiring to be a leader in Trinidad and Tobago. Look, listen to this, right? Come on in live. come on the live and watch this. If you watch me, I really want you all to come on the live and look at this. You want to see in Trinidad and Tobago? Come on the live and look at this. Right? When you come on the live and you look at this, you tell me what are your thoughts. Sometimes I'm blown away, you know. Right? So we're gonna do this now. Watch this here. Watch this, huh? Boy, I don't know now. Trinidad and Tobago, we really, I tell you don't know. Alright, so look at this. Alright, we're talking leadership. Take a listen. Yeah, I already up just now. Right, I think I already know.
Roberts looked at himself on a video and told the nation that it was not him. What a pathetic liar.
You are assuming that it is a video. You are assuming that it's not edited. You are assuming that the voice track was there. You are assuming many things, sir. And I'm not in the mood, nor do I have the proclivity to answer silliness. I was not in no hotel room with no nothing, smoking no weed. You are assuming that it is a video. You are assuming that you are...
So there's not a video. There's something else. I tell you something wrong with us, you know. I tell you, there's something. Only think something wrong with us in joke. Only think something wrong with us in joke. Me not. Me. The man said that's not a video. It's not a video. Yeah. We living in real la la land, you know. This man want to come back to be a leader in this country, boy. Huh? All right, let me show you one more. Let me just show you one more. See that you're coming on the live, and I see, you know, this man come back on the live again, trying to distort our live. Don't take him on. All right, don't take on that guy. He has issues. All right, but I want you to look at this one. Listen to this one, and you tell me what you think, right? So I want you to listen to this one. This lady wants to be our leader. She wants to be the leader. She wants to come back and be the leader in Trinidad and Tobago. And hear what, eh? I don't know under who. I don't know for who. But you all listen to this now. Take in this. Listen to this. Alright, just now. Let me make sure I have it properly. Right. So listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago. This lady wants to be a leader. Right? Hear it. Hear this.
East Indian is 35.4%. If every single Indian voted for the UNC or for the partnership, they could never get the 51% required.
And in fact, the black man on the other side talked about...
They have their Oreo now. Who's their guy?
At least I have a name for my ancestors. Where you got yours from? Your name is that of a slave master.
So I don't know. That kind of discussion, that kind of talk, I don't know, you know. I don't know if those kind of things pleases or appease you all to get you all to be, I don't know. So it's just a thought. But I want to read some sad news coming to Street 919 FM. News coming to hand, some really sad news. And you see, these are the news that as an announcer you don't want to be reading, you know. But it's really sad news, and I have to read it out. All right. A girl, 11-year-old girl, was mauled to death by a family dog. All right, on Thursday, which is today. All right, a student of Standard 5, a pupil, died at her Solomon Street, San Fernando home at 11 a.m. Police said that the animal got loosed and ran into the house and chased the child. The dog followed her into the bathroom, and therefore she was attacked there where she was attacked, and the child mother is very, very distraught. This is sad. Very, very sad news. Very, very sad news. I'm gonna read it one more time. Those of you who are listening, if you have these kind of animals, these kind of dogs at your home, I think you need to pay more attention, Right? You need to pay more attention. So a 11-year-old girl was mauled to death by a family dog on Thursday, which is today. All right? The student, a standard 5 pupil, died at her Solomon Street, San Fernando home at around 11 a.m. It's just about 2-3 hours ago. 11 a.m. Police said the animal got loosed and ran into the house, chasing the child. The dog followed her into the bedroom, where she was attacked. The child mother is distraught. Very sad. Very, very sad. And there's a photo of the child. I'm not even going to put it up. I am really just sad about that situation. So condolences to the family. And we pray that, God give you all the strength to go through this. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor.
Yes, sir.
It's amazing. It's amazing. When you hear these individuals, you would believe or think that they have that hill over there, the whole year and down.
Yep.
You believe that they have no path, right?
Yeah, man.
And another thing, Pastor, you see, a lot of people believe they could lead. A lot of people believe that they could run a country or they could rest, because you know what? You're not you're all in the kitchen. He in the kitchen feel the heat. So I got to tell you something. Running a country is not trying to win a popularity contest. Running a country, you're going to have to make some decisions that would and may rub people the wrong way. But you know what? You want to make it anyway. That is being a leader. Not suddenly your rating and your popularity might fall. It's about making the tough decisions and for the good of the country. Not for the good of some, for the good of the whole country. Now, like I say, it ain't about everybody do the right way. But you know what? These decisions have to be made. And that's the difference between Dr. Ollie and the others. He makes decisions while the others studying the popularity ratings. You can't run a country and try to win a popularity contest. It does not work. You know what I'm saying, Pastor?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, when you listen to these individuals, you don't know what like, you had these guys who never run in their life. You had Mr. Abdullah, we don't know who is he, we come from. He party alive about 9-10 years, and we have only see here alone. We have Philip and them who all they could do is make life. These fellas and them, what I run, we're the kind of field. We have 24 lot. And you telling me, put my child future in your hands. Really? And just as Tom, I was shocked. The same way Tom, I was shocked. Because these people know all that. And they still turn around and cause them havoc and make him back and you swear that they're innocent to them. And then know all that to them. And I was just like, so the same way Tom, I was shocked. Because you're coming to me to tell me, put my 14-year-old life in your hands. Put my 11-year-old life in your hands. Because whatever decision you make will affect them. So you're telling me, give you a chance again and put them future in your hands. Really, Pastor? Lots of listening.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Yep. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. And it's interesting. It's very interesting how we open up ourselves to those things. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor. You know, I've been paying attention to this, this scrap iron issue not so long. And I've been listening to all the leaders from the Ferguson come right down, then Abdullah come and join, and then now in recent time, Roji. To a certain extent, I had a little soft spot to them until I realized that none of them, not a single one of them, have gone out of the way to condemn what these people do, at people's faces and government installation. None of them make it their business to say, listen, yes, we know. It's only poor people and it's poor people and I hear one fella saying, when they had the protest, he saying, steel is $30 a pound. So who goes to steel and I said,
wow.
Yeah, telling you. I said, what kind of madness are you in? He said, I have exit people with me. That was one incident. The other day, I hear Roger say no. He says, so the government gone and close down the whole industry because I think people finished. Then he catch himself with the word thief and he said, because they remove some steel. Because they remove some steel, people close down a whole industry. Now with all the talk they're talking, not one of them offer a solution. Now, because in the beginning used to say, close down the copper, because just a few of them and just a few of them. But it's not just the copper alone the people. Is anything that could pick up they go in with and what can pick up the cotton and go in with. You understand? And they as leaders, I want to find out what is the solution. Nobody's saying, all right, this is when the other day when they got all these material from the transport division, in one of them yard, all Ferguson had to say, we're going to suspend them. So what will really happen if this thing just keeps going on and on? Listen to me, I telling you, it's hurtful to see, as they like to say, poor people suffering, but I think the government have no choice. They're leaving them with no choice. Because if you can rein in your members and let them understand how it's affecting the rest of us, and the only solution I look at find was the government has to find a way to stop it. But then, all right, well, that is the way they find, and they decide to go stop it, let them stop it. And now trying to check the country saying, well, if them fellas can't get to do the side the trade, they gonna have plenty crime and they gonna have come up killing and what thieving and all those. We already having thieving going on, so let them go ahead and let somebody kill them now because this thing going on for too long. It's going on for too long.
I will agree with your statement or let somebody. You know
no, I know. I mean it literally, but they might go in the wrong place and somebody will corner them and somebody will end up ending up on the wrong side. Look, listen, I have a brother have a welding shop in Clinton area. And it's a dead end street. And they, like, apparently they wonder where there's a dead end street. And they gone up there to see some material that he had put on there. And his vehicle couldn't turn any area that was designated for turning. And he gets stick up. Then my same brother come and ask and help him to do this. He said, but what are they doing in the back here? He said, well, you see some steel there and you just come for it. You understand? And that's so lucky my brother is not this sort of fellow. Will damage them. They just belong to me, or don't come back up here. You know, these couple days after the past year, that old washing machine fixing for a lady. They gonna that. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't feel sorry for these people. You cannot feel sorry for them because besides the fact that there are some who trying to do it the right way, it have plenty of them who thieves and people think. And the most hurtful part for me out of all these things, you see them was installation and them the oil industry installation and them kind of thing. I feel when they catch them, they have to lock them for life because that is a wickedness. You go watch people fight because find water and you just cut off because you could get a few pieces of brass out of that and people find for water. Man, look, I had no more sympathy for them. I tell you, I just try to stretch it to the limit. And then when I hear the other night the Prime Minister saying about this leader that he's from the airport, oh God, I want to hear nothing.
All right,
it's
man.
wicked. It's wicked. Yeah,
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yes, when the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, came in, some of the corrupted people realized they weren't able to have handle with him because he's not like the previous one. So they all gang up, I have to say use the word gang up against him because everything he's doing right, they are criticizing. There is another union fellow, they are talking about the leading people. The Prime Minister said something that he saw and he observed a photo shot of his employees. And when the Prime Minister said what he had to say, he wants to know why the Prime Minister picked him out. But he didn't. He said everything else except talking about the picture. And if this is the way he was treating his employees, I mean to say what he's doing for the other people employees, it's just to make confusion. And then another leader who wants to be I don't know, she was once a prime minister of this country. And now she's still thinking that she would be able to get in again. But the remarks she has used and is using since she left office, I do not know which country she wants to rule, because as far as she's concerned, she doesn't care about Trinidad and Tobago more than her party.
Okay.
So I don't know which country she's fighting to rule, because when the first thing she said, if she didn't succeed, she would have let blood flow the street. Her words are coming forward now, and now they're blaming Dr. Rowley. You know, Dr. Rowley called for blood. It's she who called for the blood, and calling him all names, Oreo and all these things. I talk about it and making the country ungovernable, and all who believe in country, let it go to hell. Who she think waiting here for she to go somewhere? She would stay right where she is, because Dr. Rowley will come out when he's ready, and not through she or anybody then. Okay.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir. Hey, long time hear this voice, boy.
Yeah, man, Pastor Google. I'm glad you play back some of those clips from the Prime Minister. Yeah, I'm glad you. But what I want to say is that, boy, these people, after hearing what the Prime Minister, these people mad. These people have to be mad to take out that gate by that facility up by the airport up there. Pastor Google, I work on that facility, you know. These people have to be mad. They don't really know what that facility is, right? But these people mad, you know. These people mad. Pastor Google, I work on that facility. You just can't just go there and do that. That is madness.
Yeah.
Of the highest, that is madness.
Yeah,
that place is a ticking bomb. These people mad.
Boy. All right, caller.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, man. Some other disturbing news coming to Street 919 FM. PDT 8264. PDT 8264. A black Toyota Aqua taken away at gunpoint from C3 San Fernando approximately 5 minutes ago, which is about 10 minutes ago. Last seen proceeding north along the Uriah Buzz Butler Highway. All right. So if you see a Aqua, black Aqua, PDT 8264 on the Uriah Buzz Butler Highway, please indicate to the police, let somebody in authority know, because it was just stolen at gunpoint at C3 in San Fernando. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Yeah, Pastor Google. Well, really hope that the person who lose that car, they recover it, because I drive one of those cars that also have any market in terms of stealing. Pastor Google, before the swearing and the election of our present Prime Minister, even in government before, there was a standard operating procedure in this country called selling your support. Now, I don't know if you listen and view Rhoda Barrett, but she did a piece some time ago that was called basically nursing on the tits of the treasury. And there she outlined how they go about it. And basically, it's finding a group of people with your cause, stupid or, unwarranted as it might be. And then when you make that group, certain political parties come to you and they promise and give certain goodies and you give that support. Now, Dr. Rowley came in and he said, listen, this is not how politics should run. This favor politics. So when you come into government, what happens now? You spend 5 years rewarding those who got you there. And those who actually voted you in, you don't see about it. Dr. Dr. Rowley, this is what makes Dr. Rowley a leader phenomenal. And I know it is grinding because I know they're listening to your program because you have the most popular midday show. They can say what they want. And that is what I don't like about Dr. Rowley. They can't form an organization and make noise and then say, Dr. Rowley, here what, give you a little thing or give you a little favor here or there and we go through support behind you. You know what Dr. Rowley say? He said, I depend on the right thinking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and I believe that we are still in my majority. And Roche, and he said, Lambert, Duke, all these people, it was a shock to their system because the operating procedure in this country was to sell support and sell my group to your political cause. So we have to understand this. And Dr. Rowley was so calm in 2020, and he made it. You said he was there at the meeting the other day, and he said the first thing she said when we restructured petition, oh God, the lost election. You see what I think about? You know, let me give somebody else a chance, Pastor Google. Good afternoon to everybody. And Pastor Google, please get home safe because the rain is it's starting now.
Okay, almost right.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, yes. Nice topic again. And I always tell this student here in the class. Leadership, right? When you look at the PNM, they always held themselves to a higher standard, even in the parliament, in public meeting. When you look at the opposition in the parliament, right? When you have people calling people in the parliament stink mouth and you're telling a man snake and lead for you and all this sort of thing, Pastor Gogo. What they expect to happen? You're a leader, you have followers, and whatever it is comes out of your mouth, whatever it is you say, how you portray yourself, your followers will follow that because that's what you're teaching them. Look at the union. Look at the scrap iron dealers. The Prime Minister have the evidence. He talk about the gate. You know up to now. The union leaders, they follow them the next day with the motorcade. Progress will come out and say not a word about that. And this is the problem we having. You understand? Look at what Annie do. Annie want to follow you, want to be a leader. Look what he's saying. Attacking women. And your leader is a woman. And she says she will say against them with that bacchanal then. That is wrong. You're supposed to pull them in, get rid of them. And you want to aspire now to run this country, Pastor Gogo.
Yeah, man. I hear you, sir.
I want to say, but people have to know what it is they're doing, nice? Right. And people be careful. Pastor Gogo, thanks for taking the call.
All right, man. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Greetings. Gentlemen, I remember clearly. You remember the trade unions went and joined the Chinese who rebelled on a project in this country? You all remember that?
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead. My time is going, so you have to be really quick.
They never did anything for the local labor where construction was concerned in this country. Contractors deliberately paid small wages. It was robbery with Z in this country. And when I see Abdullah and them went down by them Chinese and support them on the highway. Remember the Chinese moved out from the contract and went and put the things at the side of the highway? The trade unions in this country went and supported the Chinese. What caused all the killing in the construction industry?
All right, caller.
That's paying money.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. All right. So those of you who are on Facebook and on YouTube, you're going to be seeing, I'm showing you a video. If you come on YouTube and Facebook, you're going to be seeing a video. Now, this video, I am really surprised at this video. So the young man walking with the gun in the grocery is a robbery that's taking place in a grocery. So this young man walks in with a gun, and the cartridge where the gun does go in fall out. Watch. If you come on the live, you would see the cartridge fall out. He bent down to pick up the cartridge to push it back up in the gun, and hit it up in the gun. Ole, be serious? Look at this. Look at this. What's happening here? He going into the grocery. I don't know what is his whole. But there's a robbery they're coming to put on. But clearly, the robbery. Watch. He bad now because he, Come on the live, you'll see the video. All right, come on the live, you'll see the video that I'm showing right now. So this is I don't know where this is, what supermarket it is, but it is in Trinidad because when you look at the money, it is TT dollars. And very interesting, very, very interesting. All right, so have a good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. All right, I think coming up next is Mr. Jason Shields. All right, Ms. Vanessa Thomas is not with us today. Okay, I think she attended Mr. Porter's wife's funeral. So, so holding on for her today is Mr. Jason Shields. So before I leave, I just want to read this quote for you. Darkness cannot be driven out with darkness. All right? Only light drives out darkness. All right? So, and the other part of the quote is hate cannot be driven out with hate. Only love can do that. So today, my words to you is try and do a good deed to someone, all right, and be safe. I'm hearing that the rains are down, and normally with the rains it's be down by 12 o'clock, but it's down today. I don't know what part of Trinidad the rain is falling, but in Port of Spain the place looks pretty bleaky. It's falling. The rain is falling, I hear, in Port of Spain now. All right, so just be safe on the nation's roads and protect yourself, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm out of here. Talk to you tomorrow, please God. Coming up next, Mr. Jason Shields and his DG.
Follow us on Instagram at The Street 919 FM.
Expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of The Street 919 FM.
Hey, Mr. Supervisor, think I'm gonna have to call in sick. Oh, no, can't leave my woman like this, no. There's one thing I can't stand, leaving you so early in the morning. It's not 5 a.m., surely getting to me. And I, for the third time this week, think I'm gonna have to call in sick. If I leave you now, I'll be losing my mind. My mama say, hope we never get tired, and I never have to go to work. No one's knocking on the door, disrespecting the notice sign. No baby crying, no horns blowing, just the whisper of our voices. Woman, surely wasting a lot of time. She might not say it, but she needs tenderness to love us. When I look in your eyes, baby, I see near a warning sign. Gotta take some time off and give you extra fun things. Hope we never get tired, and I never have to go to work. No one's knocking on the door,